Check one. Check. Hey, check 1 2. Oh, I heard that. I think I heard myself.
Hello? 1 2 1 2. Hey, you guys hear us? If you can hear us.
I can hear me on the stream.
Hello?
But it's
Hello?
just really quiet. Oh wait, was
1
that
2
you
1
just?
2, hey.
Oh yeah,
Can
I
you
can
hear
hear
us?
you on the stream too.
All right, can you hear the music? Is it too loud?
I can hear the music too.
Okay, sick. Is it too loud or is it good?
Just really quiet. I think it's good.
Oh.
I'm just quiet on the stream. That's it.
Welcome. We made it. Kinda.
We did. Yeah.
It's wrong.
We're here.
I don't know what the frick is going on. It is wrong, but it's working right now, so we're gonna leave it.
Perfect.
Yep. All right. Well, Austin, you want to dive right in to something?
Yeah, kind of do something. Anything at all.
Let's see here.
Lots of Black Friday deals.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of them.
Oh yeah. My God, my wife is texting me and I can't respond because my phone is flipping out. Technology freaking hates me tonight.
I've been having some issues with my good old iPhone 11 Pro recently.
Dude, I just got the 15 or 16 Pro Max, whichever one is not the cool one with the, the big orange whatever.
Oh yeah.
The one before that, and like it's fine. Something. This is my first time with the Pro Max, and it's too big.
I understand.
I want a smaller phone. It's too big. But
I really like the size of the 11.
yeah, dude, it's perfect. I went from like I think I went from a 13 to this, and it's just too much.
Yeah. Darn.
All right, I got my Audacity rolling. You good?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Sweet.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Moviga podcast, where we're talking all things movies, video games, and more. I'm your temporary host, your stand-in, the cheap facsimile of Stephen Ridley. Brian, how are you doing, everybody? Joining me tonight, as always, is Austin.
Greetings, everyone.
And I don't know why, but my camera's having an immense amount of trouble focusing on my face tonight.
And guys, if you weren't here for this live stream on YouTube every Moviga Monday at 8 p.m. YouTube.com/@Moviga podcast, you would know that Brian has been having all sorts of technological issues tonight.
I've broken so many things.
Yes, but we're here. We made it. We made it to the stream. So thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Dude, I'm glad we're even able to do this at all.
Yeah, true.
Changing my lenses right now because
I was gonna say, Brian had me alarmed because all of a sudden it went very dark on the other end.
Because my lens randomly decided to stop working. So bump that.
Well, now we can
We're going
see
wide.
a little bit more of the office.
Dude, you can see my sick sweatshirt right here on the floor.
Yeah,
But-
I didn't just kick a plastic bag of snacks across the floor before I turned my camera on either.
Nice.
Everything else is perfectly clean, though.
Oh yeah.
Say perfectly.
All right, there we go. That's a little better. Yeah, dude, it's been a wild week, in more ways than one. But I am grateful to be here and grateful to start talking about some nerdy freaking stuff, dude.
Yeah, likewise.
If you're anything like me, the week has been from HE double hockey sticks. And
Yeah.
honestly, I hope this podcast is as much of an escape for you as it is for me, getting to record it. Fair warning, tonight, if you're looking for Stranger Things, you're going to probably miss it. A lot of us are not finished with it. We've started it, but we are not all the way done. But if you want some deep Stranger Things talking points and thoughts and theories and whatever, join us next week. Next week we will dive deep into all of that. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to have two distinct episodes on like the entirety of the first half of the release that they've done in the second half of the release. So and then, you know, obviously that one will also kind of entail it as a whole. But we'll do that, and that'll be that. Tonight we're just going to talk about what we've been playing and watching, starting with Austin.
Yeah, dude, it's been nice, you know, and hopefully you and all of the viewers had a nice holiday, a nice Thanksgiving, and moving into a Christmas season. It's been fun, like getting back into like watching all those great classic Christmas movies. I just feel like I always run out of movies to watch so fast, especially like because we start so early with the watching them. But we've already watched like How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Home Alone 1 and 2. We watched Mickey's Christmas Carol, which is a really short one.
It's a good one though.
Muppet Christmas Carol, which is a really good one too. And the Santa Claus.
My favorite.
Big fan. Yeah, I love it, dude.
It's my number one, dude.
Good. It might be my number one, just like to rewatch, just because I don't know what it is. I think just like the actual vibe of Christmas is captured so nicely in that movie, and I really like the cast. Brooks in the chat said, please watch 8-Bit Christmas. He said it's a modern Christmas classic. I have not gotten around to seeing that one yet, but I'm excited to watch it on HBO Max. I'm one of the few of us on the Moviga podcast that has watched Stranger Things. I made some bad choices and stayed up way too late and watched Stranger Things all the way through. But yeah, we watched the first episode before we went on our trip. We went out of town to go to a concert, stayed an extra day, and then we drove back yesterday. Got home late, like ran into traffic a couple of times, and then we got back late yesterday. And I was like, I'm ready to put the kids to bed and go to bed myself. And then Stranger Things was just calling, and yeah, we watched a couple episodes, and I just couldn't stop. So
Nice.
but I almost want to rewatch some of it because I feel like the taking a break between episode 1 and 2 was like had me not ready to continue. Like I felt like I needed to watch more of it in one sitting, if that makes sense. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah.
next week I'm looking forward to talking about where all the characters are at and the theories about like what's next, because we do have a long break before the next volume, I guess, or however it's called right now for this release is coming out, because we now are waiting until, is it Christmas Eve when the next part comes out, and then the finale is on like New Year's Eve. I think that's like the release schedule for this.
Yes,
But either
yeah.
way, I think we have a ways to go before the next part. So I'm looking forward to that for next week. And then the last thing that I've been doing is playing Arc Raiders, which I haven't stopped actually since the game came out on October 30th. I've been, for the most part, except for on Thanksgiving Day and the couple days that I was out of town, I've been playing it basically every day, at least getting on and doing something, like making some progress, which feels great still. It's a great game. The memes are still great. I love seeing like all the really good content that people are getting out of this game for social media and YouTube and everything. But yeah, that's pretty much taken up most of my time. The Stranger Things episodes are, the first one is like an hour and 11 minutes, and then there's like a 50-minute one, another one around that time, and then like an hour and 20-minute one. So it's a lot of Stranger Things to get us started with. But yeah, that's kind of been what I've been watching, playing recently. But how about you, sir?
Dude, I would love to say same with Stranger Things, but I haven't gotten a chance to sit down. Currently, I'm working 2 jobs. That'll stop pretty soon.
Okay.
Which I'm excited for, honestly. But I got about a week and a half more of that, 2 weeks more of that. So it's been pretty nonstop.
Yeah.
And so I haven't had a chance to really sit down and watch. I have had a chance though to play Arc Raiders, which I can't stop playing, dude. I had I don't know if I told you this when we were playing together. I had a moment where I was definitely kind of a scumbag, and
no,
and I definitely was fighting a Bastion, and it was me and like 3 or 4 other people in solos. Well, all 4 of the other people went down, except for me.
Ooh.
And I didn't have any defibs or anything, so I was like, "Oh, crawl to me, crawl to me, crawl to me," and they all came to me, and then I just waited till they died.
Oh no!
It took all their stuff.
Oh man!
And then killed the Bastion because it was almost done. And I probably have like 10 Bastion cores right now.
Oh my god!
I have so much good stuff.
Oh, good. Yeah, nice.
Just, it was like the one and only time I've really been a big dirtbag in Arc Raiders. Most of the time I try to like play the game well and like, be friendly, be nice, like try and like create opportunity for everybody to succeed. And if I meet somebody out, I'm like, "What do you need? What you doing?" But
I don't know. I don't know what you could have really done in that situation without a defib. There's not really much. Although I'm still learning things about the game. Like supposedly you can wrap bandages on people while
like
they're
stabilize
down.
them.
Yeah, and other things like that too. Like there's a certain perk that's really high up skill tree that you can recover some of your own health while you're down. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just like in that situation, I almost like there's not really anything to blame you for, but it does kind of suck to fight.
If it makes you feel better, that was definitely my plan from the beginning. But was like, I'm gonna wait and see how much of this the guy. I was like, it's a win-win for me. Either they kill the Bastion and I get to kind of clean up and get at least like one good thing. It's fine.
Yeah.
Or the Bastion kills them all, and I get to just kind of finish the Bastion off. And we're great. There's also a matriarch right next to the Bastion, though, that was like, or a queen or whatever, that was like, I couldn't do anything, dude. And,
dang.
Dude, that thing is
No, I mean,
nuts.
sometimes you're just not equipped to go into a fight like that. Like, you have to really, you need grenades and you need healing, you know, for stuff like that.
Yeah, it was fun, but I've really enjoyed playing that game. It's really fun. It's way more fun with people. Yeah, without. Like, we're just doing it on your own. Solos is still really fun though. Like, and tends to be a better experience. In the PvP world, people tend to be a little nicer.
Yes.
And more helpful.
Still been my experience. Yeah.
Same. Yeah, and but honestly, playing with your friends is more fun. I've been playing that. I've been playing a game called Ghost of Yote.
Oh yes, sir.
I'm taking my sweet time with it, dude.
Yeah.
I've only beaten the snake still. And I have a great amount of hours into it. I just am like wandering around, doing stuff. I'm kind of tracking down the Oni right now, but like, again, kind of just taking my sweet time doing it. And so,
I like that you can play it at a slow pace, and it's always feels like there's something to do. There's something. It's the Skyrim effect. It's like something around you every 30 seconds.
That's a great. That's a great way to describe it. But like, so I've been playing that. It's been really great. I don't have a lot to say about it because, honestly, like, not a lot has happened other than me wandering around the world and finding cool stuff. Even though I've played it a bunch in the last like couple weeks, there's not like any big moments I've hit. I got the Yari, and the dual katana and the Yari.
Nice.
And so, like, that's been really fun to mess around with. I'm sure there's more.
Oh yeah.
More weapons coming, and I've been having a great time with it.
Nice. Glad to hear that.
And then last but not least, I'm really excited for, and jumped back in today, the new Destiny Renegades expansion that's coming out. Destiny 2.
Yes. I have heard of this.
Yeah. This last season expansion, whatever you want to call it. So Edge of Fate was pretty great. Definitely some criticisms from the community and from myself personally, but like overall the story was really great. Really cool sort of like idea, design. There's like we're finally starting to meet the Nine, which are these like beings that exist outside of time and space, and
interesting,
kind of gods, but also not really. Like, they're not limitless in their power, but close. And one of them, essentially, spoilers for Edge of Fate, which came out like 6 months ago, but one of them died, was killed, and it's like this big being. It's like designed after like the iris, like the eye, like an eye. So it's like there's this awesome depiction. You can probably look it up of like what it looks like. It's like, kind of a starfish, octopus giant thing, but like the design is from like the iris of an eye, and it's really, really cool. And how it's like, even though it's dead, it like is still speaking out through time because of how powerful they are. It speaks outside of like linear time, and it's really cool, really awesome, very sci-fi, very like very aware of what it is, if that makes sense. Like they knew they were getting into some like deep sci-fi themes with it, and it worked. It was great. I really liked it. Some of the gameplay, some of the other stuff, for sure, criticisms, but overall really fun. And but the one in between this and Renegades has been an absolute crap heap, dude.
Oh no.
The game is the worst in the worst place it's ever been, ever. And there's nothing to do. I don't have any. As somebody who's played this game for a decade, and like is very into it. My son is named after one of the characters. I have a tattoo of it on my arm right here. Like,
Yeah.
I love this game, and I want it to succeed. This season, or whatever we're calling it, I don't know, because they kind of moved away from seasons, episodes, whatever. It's called Ashen Iron, which I learned today. No idea what the story is. No idea what the goal is.
Okay.
No idea what the seasonal event is, or like what we're supposed to be trying to do. Usually there's like a community, some sort of community theme to it, where it's like, hey, we're running these, you know, whatever you want to call them, battlegrounds or whatever, and you're running them over and over and over again to gain ground on the enemy, get intel, you know, take out these specific enemies, whatever. And there's none of that. There is some sort of event where you get like an exotic as like an axe or something, but like I've not played it. It's been so uninteresting and so shallow this season that like even the most hardcore people are kind of like, I guess we're out. But and I don't want to talk about this for too long, but like the new way to do this is or I'm sorry, the new event and the new expansion coming out is called Renegades, which is made in partnership with LucasArts. So they
cool.
Destiny and Bungie had access to a lot of Star Wars assets, including lightsabers and some of like the sounds and stuff like that. So they made an expansion that is not just shoehorning Star Wars into Destiny, like where it's like, oh hey, yeah, like Darth Vader's the bad guy. It's like themed, if that makes sense, like, or based on Star Wars, where you can absolutely and intentionally see the influence, but it's not direct, if that makes sense. Like there are these two-legged walkers that are absolutely ATSTs, but they're not. They're called something else. They have a different way, and it fits into the lore of Destiny. So that's really cool. I actually am very excited. The story looks amazing. The narrative team has, in the last, like, honestly, like 3 or 4 years, just been absolutely crushing it. I forget her last name, but her first name is Allison on the narrative. She's the narrative director at Bungie right now, and just killing it. Very sci-fi.
Nice. Very
like deep thought, you know, treating you as if you're a fan of the game and a fan of sci-fi. Like, it's not holding your hand, I guess, in a good way, not in a bad way. So I'm excited to see what they came up with. It comes out this Tuesday.
Nice. Very
so
nice.
Tomorrow, as you know, as of recording. When you're hearing this, it came out like 3 days ago, and I'm excited to talk about it next week and play it.
It's I'm glad that you're like getting excited about Destiny again, because I know it's been kind of tough for Destiny fans for a number,
you're telling me,
a handful of months.
Yeah. And
I've heard some other people say, like, I watch Skill Up on YouTube, and he's also very excited about Renegades too. So
Skill Up is great. Paul Tassi gave it a good review. They got to play it early. Paul Tassi and
nice.
Aztec Ross, cool. They were like, hey, this is actually really fun, really good. So that's encouraging. They're both Destiny creators that are not afraid to be like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Don't play it.
Yeah.
So the reviews seem to be pretty positive, and that's exciting and encouraging.
Yeah. Nice.
So. Nice. Well, cool. Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and talk about something else. All right. Bye. All right. If you guys want to talk nerdy to me, because we can't, we don't like redeem that anymore, I got one for you. Give me a sec.
Sick. I also have one. I only have, I have other stuff, but I feel like it's all been seen so much. But I do have one, a recent one that was part of my trip. And during this trip, we went to North Carolina to go see a concert. And I want to make sure Brian can hear me because I want him to be jealous. It was for it was 156 Silence, Spite, Make Them Suffer, and Fit for a King.
Bruh!
And it was a really good show. It was a really, really good. Also, that crowd in North Carolina was going nuts from the first band, and it was like packed out. It was pretty.
Dude, that's
amazing.
a great lineup, to be honest.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
But all right, here's my Talk Nerdy to Me.
Yeah, let's see. A budget-friendly cookbook
By one of my favorite creators, Caleb Hammer.
Oh, that's your boy,
And
the guy.
It's
Ooh,
signed.
Signed
by the man himself.
Very
If you want to
nice.
get yelled at, I will say, I know a lot of us here are very involved in the church world. If you are also very involved in the church world, I would say watch his content with caution. It
Understood.
can be very offensive, abrasive, vulgar, but the actual financial content that's there is really good.
What kind of food is in the cookbook, or
Bro.
what kind of recipes, I should say?
So it's actually really cool. It's a great resource for people who are looking to stay in a budget. I feel like I'm selling stuff right now, but essentially they got it down. They used a local. They're based in Austin, Texas, and they used a local restaurant there to create meals and stuff. So right now I'm looking at salad, stuffed cucumber, almond, and feta bites, which actually look pretty freaking awesome.
Say.
They're when you slice a cucumber long ways and then wrap it up with feta and stuff.
Oh yeah,
in the middle,
yeah.
bro. It actually looks really freaking good. Just giving a head to out of the salads. Roasted chickpeas with baked feta cheese. But they did it where it's they got each meal with within a few dollars. Roasted pork tenderloin with apple coulis and charred broccolini. Dude, you had me at broccolini. Chicken biryani. But it looks really good. It's all cheap ingredients.
Yeah.
That they got each meal within a few dollars for per person.
Wow.
And
That's pretty nice.
And then granted it is with a local Austin grocery store, but they it translates over pretty well.
Brooks in the chat said, "You know what's offensive? That lady on his show that spent $42,000 on something called Labubu's."
Yeah. So, all right, let me throw this out there. I'm a big Caleb Hammer fan. I'm a Hammer Elite member on YouTube here. So I watch all the post shows, all the extra shows. I watch Financial Audit, all of it. Love it. Big fan. Caleb, if you're watching this or your team is watching this, we love you. Definitely audit Moviga podcast. We have $40. So it'd be really easy.
It's a lot to go through.
Yeah. But big fan of what you do and the impact it's had across both YouTube and honestly the world. I actually did one of my, this is super nerdy. In school, I did one of my reports on financial literacy in America nowadays, and how I feel that Caleb Hammer is actually helping pave a way towards financial literacy for another generation on YouTube and stuff, and used him as an example. So I'm a big fan. Like I said, he can be pretty vulgar. I'm not a big fan necessarily of that or whatever, but I like his approach. I like the fact that he is kind of no nonsense. He doesn't really take people's excuses and stuff. When they're but we had to go to Disney because of blah blah blah. And he's like, yeah, no, the freak you didn't. So I do like that, and honestly, I found it personally convicting. I use his budgeting app. Dollar-wise, dude, we're not sponsored, but we should be. We should be sponsored by Caleb Hammer. Sponsor the Moviga podcast. I will talk up your budgeting app all day because it's great. Links to your account, so that way it kind of budgets for you as you go. But it's good stuff. Get us cookbook.
But Labubu's, am I right?
Dude, I don't get it.
I don't either. I really don't.
The only
and I get
experience I have is my friend Jeff, friend of the podcast here, Jeff, purchasing a fake one from a local ramen restaurant.
Interesting.
He opened it and the arm immediately fell off. Dude, it was nuts. We got, oh snap, Austin with the actual Talk Nerdy to Me. Let's go.
During our little trip to Raleigh, we went to the mall. So we stayed an extra day so we could take the boys with us and do something fun. So we went to the mall and just had to stop at the Lego store.
Let me see. Oh, frick! Dude, that's so sick, man.
It's the Marvel sign.
I might like that better than the Star Wars one.
I don't know. Maybe. I think I do.
Yeah, I think I might like that more.
This one's cool because it comes with Iron Man, Black Widow, Captain America, Thor, and Hulk. So kind of like an OG lineup. But one of the cool parts about this is that Hulk is regular minifig sized. He's not his like bigger, like modern size, and they all fit you. So the actual Lego piece is this sign, this Marvel, I don't know, marquee or whatever you want to call it, a banner of some kind, a Bruce banner, if you will. And all of the Avengers minifigures go into it, like at certain like parts, and they can all pop out, like jump out of it, I guess, which is cool. But I wanted this for a little while, like since it came out, and Brianna wanted to get it for me, but she just never got around to it. When did this come out? I'm sure the year is on here somewhere. But yeah, she said she wanted to get it to me. I think it came out this year, but earlier in the year. But she just never got around to it, or never had a chance, or, you know, got me something else instead. So she took us to there's a Toys R Us in that mall, and there's a Lego store, and that's where Marquis Brownlee Brooks, you're so funny, dude. But yeah, sweet. But yeah, Legos. I'm excited to build that, but I haven't even built the dang Star Wars one that Steven picked up for me a couple months back.
I got
over the summer
a bonus Talk Nerdy to Me.
Bonus. Oh yes. Oh yes, sir.
Since we were talking about Legos.
Dude. Nice.
So my sister actually got this for me for my birthday.
Sick.
Is if you're listening, Lego R2-D2 for the 25th anniversary, 25 years of Lego Star Wars. It has a Darth Malak Lego figure, which is crazy. And it also comes with an R2-D2 one.
That's awesome.
R2-D2 and Darth Malak. So that's wild. I'm really excited to build this. And I'm going to put it over here.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Since we're still on break, I'm going to run into the other room real quick, and
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Go for it. I just had to go pee-pee, so that's where I was. You guys are wondering. You weren't wondering. You should have been wondering. Check it out. Deluluco, our friend Asia, has her own thing. You should check it out. I'm trying to think what else I have on here. Summit Coffee, they're great. Mirror makes great mugs. Counterculture Coffee, pretty great. Our friend Philip Daniel Scott Dungeons and Dragons. I forget what kind of coffee this is. Pro something. I can't remember. But their coffee was amazing. It came in like a VHS tape looking package, which was really cool. Oh, and LTN on here right below Delulu Co., which I missed. It says get bent. And then oh wow. No cow. That's what's the milk? It's oat milk, but I can't remember the brand now. I don't know. And since Austin's not here, I'm gonna show you guys Pokemon cards. Oh, he's back. Here's the monochromatic Victini I pulled. My wife pulled. Drampa SIR. Yeah, Drampa SIR.
Oh, baby.
Charizard Secret Rare. Excadrill Secret Illustration Rare. Victini Promo. Iron Crown Secret Rare. Gold card. Dude, one of my favorites, the Ghastly SIR from Temporal Forces.
Oh, yeah.
Love this card.
So cool.
And then Terapagos Secret Rare from
Ooh.
Prismatic Evolutions, and then back to the old Victini.
What a sick pull.
I almost sold this card today. Oh, and here's some of my
Almost.
favorites. They're not worth as much, but these are some of my favorites. Hold on. Focus. All right. Raticate. Team Rocket's Raticate.
Oh, sick.
With the Team Rocket Grunt. Snover. I just love the
That's
art.
a cool art.
I love the art on this one. And then an old Ninetales from XY.
Sick.
I just love it. I've always loved this card. So,
Ninetales is awesome.
all right, you ready to get back into it? What are we talking about? I don't have our topics up.
So one thing that I wanted to put on there was the Jeff Keighley's statue thing. Did you see that?
No.
So I'll put the Eurogamer link in the topic list real quick. But apparently there's like a statue out in the middle of a desert or something. and
Oh,
it's,
yeah. Yes, I did see that.
Okay.
The
All right.
crazy looking one.
Yes. And then let me see here.
Dude, can I be
There's
honest
like
for a second?
Yeah.
The freak is Jeff Keighley. Who is he? Why is he an authority
He's,
on games?
So he's actually just an ex like IGN or GameTrailers.com employee
Mhm.
who's like a self-made journalist, game journalist, and I think what was it 2014 was like the first year that he hosted the Game Awards, and it was like, you know, obviously like extremely small scale compared to what it is today.
Right.
But he just kept doing, like, trying to do the best that he could and trying to do a great job every year to make a like a show that would be worthy of celebrating games.
Now it's just
In a similar way as like
PlayStation
the
showcase.
Oscars.
It's like another. It's like just another PlayStation showcase.
What are you talking
The
about?
Game Awards.
Oh, you mean the Game Trailer Awards?
Yeah.
That's what Skill Up always calls it, I think.
Honestly, I'm kind of with him.
Yeah, I know. I do like watching like the awards, but at the end of the day, it's like nothing. It's almost not going to get me to play anything I didn't already play during the year. But I just like love seeing the world reveals stuff.
Yeah, same.
That's exciting.
I do like watching the Game Awards for that reason. Like, there's always something great. But sometimes there's not.
Sometimes.
Like
this
last
all
year.
could have been in the pod. All right, Jill.
There were great games this year, but they weren't announced at Game Awards. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Welcome back. Hope you did what Austin and I did and relieved yourself during that break, because we're about to get into it. The one topic we have to talk about tonight, and that is that Jeff Keighley erected a satanic...
No.
No? Demonic.
I
Demonic, not satanic. There's a little different. Statue in the middle of the desert. So Austin has the deets here.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how you would describe this thing. It does
demonic.
look a bit
Demonic. Yeah.
Demonic. That's about what you could say. But yeah, it was funny. Like, okay, so if you don't know, Jeff Keighley is the host of the Game Awards, and right before during the break, we were just chatting about kind of who he is, and Brian had a very valid question as to why Jeff Keighley is such a big name and has such an authority over the Game Awards. And the truth is, he doesn't really. He has been doing this for a long time. He's like a game journalist that previously worked for, I believe, IGN or GameTrailers.com or something like that. And then in 2014 started the Game Awards to try and recognize like excellence in the gaming industry. And it's kind of turned into the biggest, it kind of replaced E3, if you want to think about it like that.
Yeah,
but this
no,
feels more like the Oscars than like E3 did, where E3 was like way more interactive, and people could go and try demos and see upcoming games and exclusive sneak peeks, and it's like a convention. E3 was anyway, but the Game Awards is more about like giving out awards and letting developers have like speeches or talk about upcoming projects, and then of course there are the world reveals and all the trailers for upcoming. Yeah, all the world premieres and the game trailers, and things like that. But yeah, so ahead of which I think is just in a couple of weeks, actually. I think the Game Awards is on the 11th, or if I'm not mistaken. There's a giant statue that he supposedly erected in the middle of the desert, and it kind of looks like a doorway of sorts, where it's kind of like an archway made up of like skeletons, skulls, monsters, and demons, and then there's some kind of like undescript rootage in the middle, which looks like you could potentially pass through it if it were the real thing. But he didn't explain or give any hints as to what it is. So people are just making lots of assumptions, and the first one that came up, which in my opinion is the extreme level of wishful thinking, was that this was somehow related to an upcoming God of War release, which is a bit of a stretch, but the argument was that it looks like it could somehow be related to Greek mythology in some way, which is what people were hoping God of War would start trending back towards, especially after the events of God of War Ragnarok. But I don't think, to me, it doesn't look like that. It looks a lot more like Diablo 4, potentially like a new DLC for that, unless it's something brand new. But yeah, I don't really... we know how desperate gamers can be when it comes to announcements, especially with all the Bloodborne fans being disappointed year in and year out, waiting for a patch or a remake of that. So I don't think anyone knows for sure what this is, and someone reported on this. I can't remember who it was, but the funny thing is, the way that Jeff Keighley announced this was by posting a picture of the coordinates on Twitter. and someone like people just ended up going there and finding this giant statue, and apparently it lights up at nighttime, which is kind of cool. Yeah. I'm reading this article from Eurogamer.net. Many have surmised that this is all part of a tease for the Game Awards 2025, which is set to kick off later this month, 11th of December. But what is it teasing exactly? The current most popular theory out there that is an expansion or something similar for Blizzard's Diablo series. It goes on to say others have speculated the statue could be related to God of War, with earlier rumors suggesting the series would be heading to Egypt. I think I said Greek mythology. I guess that's what they were talking about. Also, Housemarque's next game, Saros. Housemarque is the creator of Returnal.
Oh.
Their next game, Saros, has also been mentioned in various replies and social media posts. It does kind of resemble that in a way. Like, there's what kind of looks like an eyeball-shaped orb in the center with a slit down the middle, and then there's like 7 bony appendages coming out of it, like stretching outwards in a star shape almost. Meanwhile, many wishful thinkers have suggested it could be a statue leading up to an Elder Scrolls 6 reveal or a new Doom installment.
If it is, I'll crap my pants.
If it is Elder Scrolls 6, I will go find that statue and dig it up and take it home. But I don't think that's going to be what it is. But yeah, the Game Awards is going to take place on Thursday, December 11th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see unless it is revealed ahead of the time, like in the next 10 days, I suppose. Yeah. But it is a pretty detailed and awesome looking statue. It's hard to gauge the size of this thing from the photos because I don't really see
I'm trying to decide if I think it's like 6 feet tall or if it's like 2 feet tall.
Yeah. Is this a miniature or is it actually like life size?
Dude,
I was curious.
All this talk about Game of the Year stuff and all that, you know what it makes me think of? And this is way off topic, but like,
let's hear it.
I think Starfield got too much hate. That's a great game, man.
It is.
So
really
you said like
game.
Elder Scrolls earlier, like the reveal, and it just got me like kind of on a tangent of like, yeah, I wish Starfield. I agree with the DLCs. It's gotten better, but like, you know, on release there was definitely some issues and whatever. But I love that game. I think it's a great game, and
it's funny, like,
makes me sad.
If you think about if that exact same game had been released by like another studio, you wouldn't have seen so many. So like, this is just the thing that we always end up talking about is like expectations.
Yep.
Like something's been in development for so long, and Todd Howard has to call it, you know, Skyrim in space, and that's been his vision all along and stuff. And like the game just gets overhyped by their own fault, and then it comes out and it's a good game, but it's not like as historically mind-blowing as some of their previous games. And then people just dismiss it or write it off as, you know, a bunch of cheap hype. But honestly, Starfield is a really good game that I liked a lot. And I think there's a lot of elements of that game that I liked more than a lot of other people. Like the gunplay, I really liked a lot. Like the combat all felt really good to me. And I never play games in a way where I'm trying to break them or like push them to their limits or anything like that. And I feel like people went way overboard with like, you know, exploring planets where they knew there wouldn't be anything to find and stuff like that. It's like, why are you even wasting your time just to talk trash about the game?
They're like,
and
look, there's nothing here on this fort planet. I'm like, what if we did that to every No Man's Sky planet? It's like, dude, like nobody is saying that that's why No Man's Sky is so good. Is that every planet is, you know, fully fleshed and completely done. It's like, no, it's fun because of the exploration, because of the Minecrafty-ness of it. And like, that's cool. It's not for me, but it's cool. I can understand it. And I feel kind of the same way about like Starfield, like with the base building and all of that. I was like, yeah, that really wasn't for me, but I thought the story was really cool. Again, it's another like it's very sci-fi. It's very like 80s, 90s sci-fi vibes to it. And I was super into that.
Of it too.
Yeah, I was super into that. And so the look of it, the feel of it, the story of like, again, spoilers, but like the kind of the loop of it, I thought was awesome. I thought I got too much hate, and the Game Awards the last like 2 years have really made me think. Every time they come up, it makes me think of that game because like everybody was like, "Freak that game! That game sucks!" Like, because it had the misfortune of coming out like within a couple weeks of Baldur's Gate 3, which objectively is better. I'm sorry, it's way better, and but it's also like a completely different game.
Yeah, it's true. And what was unfortunate was like, I feel like for 2 of its 3 awards at the Game Awards were from the 2 years before it came out as most anticipated game, or those were what it was nominated for.
Yeah.
When it actually came out, it was nominated for best role-playing game. And it got completely snubbed on a few other categories, but I'll say it every time. No nomination for best soundtrack.
Bro, insane.
That's unbelievable.
Insane.
I honestly,
the soundtrack is flawless. It's one of the best.
It didn't even get a nomination.
It's one of the best, like, it's just a great album. Like, forget soundtrack. Like, I would listen to that music completely separate from the game.
Yes.
So good, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, no nomination for that is insane.
The other games that were nominated were Tears of the Kingdom, Hi-Fi Rush, Baldur's Gate 3, Alan Wake 2, and Final Fantasy 16 was the winner.
As I say, I can see Final Fantasy 16 winning. Their soundtracks are always pretty epic.
They are, yes.
Though, I still gotta say, like, the Starfield soundtrack is so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It really is.
I also am like mad that like Destiny doesn't get re-nominated for soundtrack because like Michael Salvatore, who's back, he's actually back now
that's awesome.
I probably should have added that to our topics here, but he was let go during all of the Bungie layoffs. He was unfortunately one of the people who got let go because he had been like
tough.
Their composer forever. And it was like, I remember when we talked about it, I was like, yeah, this isn't like crazy surprising because like he's probably making a bunch of money, only making music for them because he's been with Bungie since Halo. And so I'm like, it sucks, I don't like it, but I was like, I understand. He's probably, and he volunteered. He actually like he was retired, I think is what the thing was. He wasn't like actually
they like gave him the option to
so like
to retire and
so that's great. And but now he's back and he's making the soundtrack for Renegades that we talked about earlier. And I'm like, dude, yes, dude. Like Michael Salvatore makes some of the best video game music there is. Next to, oh my god, his name just left me. I can picture his face. God of War.
Bear McCreary.
Thank you. Yes. He's done amazing things since then as well. But like, to me, I'm like, the God of War 2018 and Ragnarok have some of the most perfect soundtracks in existence.
Yes, dude, that God of War Ragnarok soundtrack is nuts.
Dude, like, I'll never forget like playing God of War 2018 for the first time. You hear that like initial like the bum bum bum.
Yes.
Bum bum bum. And I'm like, dude,
that's amazing.
I'm like, that's awesome. And then when he talks about like anytime it's like that's a new theme, in that game, but it feels like ancient. It feels like it has something to do with Kratos, and
Yes.
in his history, because anytime he talks about it, it's like there somewhere. And then when he's finally like revealing, you're a god, boy. It's like, bro.
Dude,
Mr.
Yeah.
McCreary, like, not that you need it, but 10 out of 10.
out here crushing it.
Yeah, killing it. He knows it. I know he does.
Yeah, I mean, sure. He's done like TV soundtracks for a long time. Like, I'm pretty sure he did like Battlestar Galactica and Walking Dead, and then he went on to do Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power.
Rings of Power, yep.
Pretty sure some other things in between then.
I mean,
But
yeah. I know God of War is probably like low on his list of things, like that he's done that's impressive, but still it's one of my favorites. Yeah, 2019 Godzilla main title.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
The new
Moving
Outlander. Sorry.
I
didn't know he did that.
Yeah. Yes.
Very-
I think I
very
knew
cool.
that, but I definitely forgot. Moving on real quick. So Valve announced some hardware.
Oh yeah.
Since we were on break last week and we didn't get to talk about this the week before, but yeah, Valve, who if you don't know is like the creators of Steam and Half-Life and Portal and Team Fortress. I'm probably missing some, but anyway, the Orange Box and all of those games contained within. But yeah, so they make Steam, of course, like arguably, probably undoubtedly the best digital storefront when it comes to gaming.
Yeah.
And they already have a piece of hardware, obviously, called the Steam Deck, which is a portable PC, just like a handheld gaming device that lets you play games in your Steam library if they're, able to optimize them or compatible or whatever. But they finally announced, I think people figured they would. They also make a headset. Valve makes a VR headset too.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
anyways, 3 new Steam hardware devices. So if I'm not mistaken, there's a VR headset, which is called, I think it's called the Steam Frame. Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's the Steam Machine, which is a compact, powerful PC designed for home use. So it's kind of built like a console,
Yeah.
like a game console in a way, where you hook it up to your TV or your monitor, and you can play games with like a controller, which is the other piece of hardware
Oh,
they
yeah.
announced, which is like, it's like a redesigned version of their old Steam controller, which I can't remember the name of. But the new Steam controller looks really cool. And it still has those pads under the analog sticks, like towards the bottom, because some people liked using the touch pads.
Yeah.
I haven't used one myself, like a controller like that before, so I really don't know. But yeah, and then the Steam Frame is the high-resolution VR headset that can also play non-VR games without a host PC.
Dude, the VR headset was probably the thing I was the most intrigued by. The Steam Machine is close second. If it's aggressive price range, I saw some like leaks that maybe it was going to be like $400. If that's true, I think that's amazing. It's going to open up a lot of games to a lot of people, and I think that's a good thing. I think we're going to move more towards like Sony and Microsoft becoming like clients rather than consoles if in the future. So I think that's gonna be the play. I think it's smart, so I'm all for it. The VR headset looks so sick. Being able to play my Steam games while sitting on the couch at a decent frame rate and a decent resolution, I'm in. That sounds great. The controller, dude, that thing, I'm not sure who at Valve looked at it and was like, yeah, ship that thing, dude. Like, that's good. Let's see it.
Oh no.
That's
no.
probably the
Not a fan.
ugliest piece of hardware I think I've ever seen. It looks like the old like Mad Cat, like off-brand N64 controllers.
the player 2
Dude,
controller.
when this guy exists,
Yeah.
and you can hook it up to anybody, when the DualSense, which is, wait, can't really see it right there though.
Yeah.
When it exists and you want to try and create this like fat behind weird thing with touchpads, I don't know what you're doing or why.
Oh, man.
It seems stupid. It looks stupid. So it's kind of one of those things for me where I'm like, if it walks like a duck, it sounds like a duck, it's probably a duck.
I'm wondering, like, what does it look like on the back? Because
stupid.
you have this, like,
It's probably gonna look stupid.
because I know it says they're going for ergonomics, but you have
no, they
this
aren't. The
weird
thing's freaking 2
section-
feet in diameter. How are they going for
know,
ergonomics?
Like, when you hold a controller, you have 2 handles, and you have space between those 2 handles where your fingers go.
Yeah.
This space is covered up by a giant plastic piece that has the touchpads under each.
Yeah, I
handle.
don't understand. It doesn't look
And-
like awful, but it definitely
No.
looks like a worse version of things that are already available.
Yeah, it looks strange. It also funny. It has the Xbox button layout, but it doesn't have
Yeah.
offset analog sticks.
Yeah, dude, it's so weird. It doesn't look good
It's
to
like-
me at all.
I'm just looking at the picture of it, and it's looking worse and worse.
The controller looks really bad. The rest of it looks really great. The Steam Machine, it'll depend on the price point. If the price point's good, I could really see it being a big deal.
Yeah, I'm actually
Because it would replace
curious about
both,
that.
like for a large portion of the gaming population, would replace a PS5 and an Xbox Series X. Like, you wouldn't have to have both. You
Yeah, it
could
would
just get that and play.
Yeah,
You know, you might not be able to play some of the Sony games like right away, but they're coming.
yeah,
And
yeah. I heard. I don't know if this is true, but I did hear that PlayStation is like planning on launching their own PC client. Actually, I think it already exists, but I think like a different version of that is what is next for them. By the way, I'm looking at the back of the controller because I can see it on the website, and there's 4 buttons on the back, like 2 on each side,
yeah,
which I guess are like programmable buttons, but there's still no space for your fingers to go all the way around the handles.
right. It's not the play, man.
So I don't know.
The
I would
controller's
have to
dumb.
really.
It's a bad idea.
It doesn't look right. I don't. What do I know? You know, but I would have to really try this out before I could say that it looks like it's gonna work. Brooks texted me, and he said this in the chat as well. But he said when I saw the announcement for the Steam Frame, the VR headset,
Yeah.
it wasn't an excitement like, oh, I want that. It was like a decision was already made for me. I
Yeah.
am getting that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So yeah,
It looks really good.
it does look cool, and I want to get excited about VR stuff because I think it's so cool, but I just have such trouble with motion sickness.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that can be resolved with like better like refresh rates and a better FOV setting and things like that. But I would just have to really test something before I could make a call on that.
Yeah.
One big question people are having is like the pricing for all this stuff, because and I think you mentioned it before we kind of got into the breakdown of this, but nothing official has been announced in terms of actual numbers for the price tags for any of this stuff.
Yeah. Which is
They
frustrating.
did say, yeah, it's annoying, but they said like it would be equivalent to like buying. So this is proprietary stuff. This is not a pre-built PC
Right.
that is like something where you can swap the parts out and upgrade your your PC over time. So this isn't like an upgradable PC, but it's supposedly a upper mid-range equivalent PC, and they said they're trying to price it appropriately with that in mind.
Right.
And I think it was Linus Tech Tips saying something like you could probably expect a $700 to $750
Too much.
price tag.
Too much.
You think so?
Yep.
Because
It'll flop.
with that, you would just get the console itself, and I mean maybe a controller with it too. I would assume a controller would come with it.
Yeah. I mean,
But
maybe.
750 is about what I built my first PC for in 2021, and at that time nothing that I had was like VR ready or ray tracing ready. I even like made massive compromises, and that didn't even include like my monitor or any peripherals. It was
Right.
just the case and all the parts for the PC. So that was like a low level gaming PC, and that was 4 years ago.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm sure you could do okay with $700 now, but I don't know if you could. If you would say that, if you were Valve and you were marketing this thing, I would say what they said, but I wouldn't expect to be able to buy it at the same price. But
Look,
we will have to wait.
if it's
and
not
see.
$400, it's a failure. It'll become.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think it'll become a because you can just build a PC for $700, $800. You know,
And I don't know why you wouldn't, unless
Yeah.
you really don't want to do that. Unless you're
Right.
so against.
but at that
building a
point
PC.
too, you're bypassing both Xbox and PlayStation. Like,
Yeah.
you know, at $700, you can buy almost both of them,
Yeah.
and you know, be at the same sort of
True.
performance at the most part. You'd have to pay a little bit more, obviously, for both, like to get both an Xbox and a PlayStation. And you know, like I don't have PlayStation Online. I kind of want it back, but like I don't have it right now, whatever it's called. And
Yeah.
but like, you know, if you want online for both of them, that's like another $50 right there.
Yeah.
I just,
And
I don't know.
thinking about that price tag as well, like you can get a refurbished PS5 Pro
Oh
for
yeah,
less than $700. You can get one for $630.
yeah.
Something like that.
And so I
So-
don't understand why you would want this if at that price point. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
If it comes out at that price point, I think we'll all stop talking about it very quickly. Like, I don't think it'll be one of
Yeah.
those things that we're like mad about or whatever, because we'll be like, oh yeah, okay, cool, it's stupid, bad idea. I guess we'll just
Yeah. And
talk about what we were talking about before this was announced, because nobody's gonna buy this.
yeah.
It makes me think of like Apple Vision. You know, where I'm like, oh, cool,
Yeah.
cool idea.
Yeah, I see.
Terrible
I
price
see what-
point, which makes me think that you don't think it's a good idea because you're just trying to make back dev costs and other stuff at that price
Yeah,
point.
like you have a niche audience in mind for something like
Yeah,
that.
like, hey, we know we're gonna
Um,
sell 200 of these, so let's make sure we price it to the point where when we sell 200, it pays for it, and like then we'll just be done.
It's funny, like if you go on store.steampower.com and go to the Steam Machine page, I do kind of like the way that it's being marketed, but I just can't stop thinking about how much this is most likely going to cost. Like it's also like the form factor. It looks like an Xbox Series
Yeah.
X, just not as tall.
Yeah,
The people are calling it the Gabe Cube. 'Cause it's Gabe
Yeah.
Newman.
that's
Powerful PC gaming made easy in a small and mighty package.
I mean, so Enter the Arcade here in chat said something interesting. He's like, they're not trying to price out PS5 and Series X. They're trying to price out PS6 and whatever the next Xbox console is going to be called.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
And I'm like, that is actually pretty interesting. I think the problem with that is that Xbox is going to be moving toward more of a service style, like
Yeah.
where you
Yeah.
like there's not going to be a console. There might be. I think they've even said there will be, but I think it'll be much more what's it called? Like Game Pass based. Like Game Pass will give you access to being able to stream at 4K, 120, whatever, and it'll be on you to buy whatever monitor or whatever supports that.
Yeah.
PlayStation,
Yeah,
I don't know.
can definitely see that. Yeah, I think PlayStation's going to ride their console sales for as long as possible, even though it's still not really much of a profit in terms of hardware sales. But I think they're, like, for them, the model is still working enough to justify staying with it, at least for another console generation, or maybe half a generation more. But we are coming up on, what are we up on?
4 years?
The 6th,
3 or 4 years?
the year, because they both came out in November of 2020.
Oh yeah, you're right.
When the PS5 and Series X came out. They came out like a week apart, I think, which is awesome. But anyways, yeah. So 7 years has kind of been, not counting the Switch, because that's kind of an anomaly. But well, I don't know. Maybe it is around the same time. But 7 years is kind of the mark for a new console generation, and if we are coming up on it, Steam's going to beat that next generation by a year, if we're assuming that next year is the release of all this new hardware. But what's funny about like Steam OS, or like just Steam in general, is that it's not like, when you buy a new console, it's like the developer or like the manufacturer, like PlayStation and Xbox, want to make sure there's something brand new, shiny, next generation game to play, like the Demon's Souls remake or Spider-Man Miles Morales, or something that's going to show you something that at 4K 60 with ray tracing, or whatever the thing is. But with Steam, it's just like everything comes to Steam all the time, and if you have a PC that can play it, then you're gonna, play it at the highest settings possible. And I'm just reading more and more about this, like as we've been talking, and this is targeting a 4K gaming at 60 frames per second, with these custom CPU and GPUs built, like powered by AMD. And this really seems like, for like people, it almost seems, I don't really like saying it this way, but it almost seems like more for a casual gamer. But that can't possibly be the case, because like of the amount of money this is going to cost.
I say the price point has gone like out of control, dude.
Yeah, but it makes me think like Steam playing, like, gives you access to playing PC games, but on your TV, like a couch gaming experience. Like all the pictures and videos are people playing on the couch, on like playing PC games on their TV, and that's always historically been like totally backwards. But I guess like, games like Peak are not on console. I think they're only on Steam, and that's a very casual kind of game. But you don't have to have a $2,000 PC to play something like that and have fun with your friends. Like you could just play this on your TV if you have a Steam machine, and there you go. But like the amount of money this is going to cost, like it's just not making sense to me, like as I think about it. So I don't know. I don't think it's a bad, like it looks like a really good piece of hardware and everything, and I love what it's doing. I love what it can appear to do, but I just don't really know what to think of it.
We'll have to see. I mean, I'm excited if it's good. If the performance ends up coming out, the benchmarks and all that, and it's like, this is worth $600, $700 versus a PS5 or a Xbox Series X or whatever, or maybe even at that point a PS6 or Xbox Series, whatever.
Right.
Then cool. But if not, I think it's gonna be a miss. I think that controller's definitely a miss. You missed me with that for sure. That freaking just square of plastic. I'm good. I'm good. Cool. Well, hey, you want to take another quick break, and then we'll be right back?
Yeah, sounds good.
Sick. All right, don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with more stuff. I have to pee so bad. I'll be right back.
Brooks, I'm going to read your chat, but I'm not going to respond to it. I'm just kidding. Let me see what they say. Oh, Calvin, what's up, dude? Well, I saw your chat earlier, but we were recording. Don't worry, we were late getting started anyways. Yeah, Linus Tech Tips saying it was predicting 700. I believe it. I mean, I would think so. I think that's too high, but you know what do I know? I'm just a podcaster, guys. Brooks said if we're gonna have touchpads that big, might as well get the Wii U gamepad back. The Wii U gamepad was it was an anomaly, but it was so fun. Like, that was my preferred way to play Smash 4. Right? Was that the Smash game that came, because it came to Wii U and 3DS, like 2 different versions, but it was Smash 4 Wii U, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they don't need to outprice. Oh, yeah. Brian mentioned Xbox 2. Let's go, dude. I have an inside source at Sony that there's already blueprints for PS6 and PS7. Not kidding, but I understand if you don't trust my source. No idea about Xbox. LOL. Yeah, I think I would not be surprised if, especially after how well the PS4 did and how well the PS5 is still doing, I would not be surprised if they just went ahead and made plans for 6 and 7. But yeah, 700 seems about right at this point, which sucks. Yes, 700 is way too much. Because if you think about this, like, between the PS4 generation and the PS5 generation, we only went up in price by $100. That's like, with inflation, what would Caleb Hammer say in this situation? I'm just kidding, but you know, that's not really that big of an increase. Like, yeah, $500 is a lot of money, but so is $400, and in between a console generation of 7 years or so, seeing it only increase by that much when you're getting such a big jump, like, not necessarily in terms of graphics, but like having a solid state drive and ray tracing capabilities, between like that kind of thing, between also massive upgrades in my opinion, in controllers. And that's even just coming from the PlayStation side of things, because Xbox controllers have always been good, but they've never been better than they are right now. Kind of still like the best like base console controller I've ever used is the current Xbox One. It's just the best.
I love it.
One. I love the DualSense as well. But yeah, just look at that Xbox controller. It's just so on the floor in pieces. Oh, there it goes. It's just so nice.
It's so, dude, the Series X controller is like the perfect controller in my opinion. It's stellar. I love the DualSense, and like, I did not like the DualShock 4. I hated it. I thought it was not very good. The DualSense is an improvement by a mile. Honestly, to me, I'm like, when people say that that's their favorite controller, I'm like, yep, that's fair. Like, I still prefer the offset.
Love all of its stuff.
Yeah, I agree, but it's fair. It's a good competitor this time.
Yeah,
but it's
like one of those things where it's close, and it offers something a little bit different, but it's not like your traditional, like, it's not the best base controller still. It's the Xbox.
Well, you want to bring it back in and wrap it up?
Yeah, I think we're about to run out of time, so gotta wrap it up.
Let's do it. All right, bring it back. Welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking with us in this pretty news heavy podcast this week. Yeah, if you like all things movies, video games, and more, make sure give us a follow. Movigapodcast.com. You can find everywhere that we are. We're Moviga Podcast in most of our social medias, Facebook, Instagram, anything like that. You can find us at Moviga Podcast. Also, the link in the bio there will take you everywhere you need to be. We would really love it if you would subscribe here on YouTube. That's youtube.com/Moviga Podcast. Or again, you can find us at movigapodcast.com and follow the links there. If you subscribe, please make sure smash that like button. It helps us be seen by more people. And if you like us, like what we have to say, or hate what we have to say and want everybody else to see how dumb we are, make sure you get us in front of as many people as possible so that they can make fun of us and we can just not care and keep talking about it. Just like that guy who said that he was never going to watch us again because I said that the finals was a bad game. I only said that in my defense, real quick. I just want to back my point up. I only said that because it's a bad game. So once it becomes a good game and stops being a bad game, I'll say it's a good game. But until then,
and
it's
in Brian's actual defense, he didn't say. He said it was not bad mechanically. It's just not balanced.
Yes.
Well,
that is my main gripe. It is not balanced well. But most people don't have.
We're still supporting Embark Studios. We're playing Arc Raiders.
Oh heck yeah!
Here, guys.
And most people don't have the nuance. They're just like, I had fun once playing that game, so you're mean. I might be mean, but you're stupid. And I'd rather be mean than stupid.
Lee, take that out.
I'm just kidding. We love you guys. Please disagree with us. Hop into the Bad Take Brian section of our Discord and yell at me.
Oh yeah.
Joke's on you. It's read only. But you can absolutely hop on Discord and yell at me in the general chat and how much you hate my takes. We love movies here as well. And everything else. So please share your favorite movies. Share your hot takes. We would love to hear all of them. Austin, you got anything for us before we head out?
I just want to say thanks to everyone that came in and watched us live here every Moviga Monday at 8 p.m. live on YouTube, youtube.com/@Moviga Podcast. And shout out to everyone who couldn't be here, Asia, Steven, Justin. Hopefully we'll have a couple more of us on next week to talk more Stranger Things. Ooh. But I'm looking forward to it.
That was bad. It's been a minute. It's only been like 6 years since season 4, so I've forgotten the theme song.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
All the main actors are grown.
Dude, they're children. Like 40 years old. Yeah.
They've aged faster than we have. So.
Well, I appreciate you all for hanging out. Like I said, hop into our Discord, follow us on YouTube, and join us every Moviga Monday at 8 p.m. for our live podcast where you can be a part of it if you want to join. We love you, and we'll see you next week. Bye. Sick.
Got it. Nailed it.
Doing it right now.
Brooks said the DualShock 4 had to... Oh, wait. Let me go back. I do think it's very weird that Valve is basically opting into the game console market when a lot of signs are pointing the big three moving towards a PC audience or a PC launcher with no console.
Yep.
That is a very interesting point. And I think, Brian, you kind of were alluding to that when you're talking about the... Oh, that's what you must have read during that. I'm not sure, but yeah. Yes, I agree. And yeah, you did say that, didn't you? You were talking about Xbox and the next generation of Xbox potentially moving to more of a use this service on any box, whatever it is.
And honestly, I could see the Steam machine being that, but it can't be $800, $700.
I know. The DualShock 4 had to grow on me, Brooks says. Yeah, I actually agree with that too. I mean, I didn't even buy a PS4 until the year after it came out, because I just I think it was like around the time when I bought my first gaming computer, which was a laptop.
Mm.
It was an Asus ROGE something or other, which I still have but don't use. But yeah, I just waited until I honestly was waiting for Destiny to come out, the PS4 version of Destiny to come out, and that's when I bought my PS4 because it wasn't the Destiny branded one, but it came. There was a bundle, a white PS4 that came with Destiny 1, and that's what I ended up buying like the next year or whatever it was, 2014.
I think I remember that. Like I remember you showing me that at one point in time, like the box.
Yeah, I still have it, but I will never forgive Sony for swapping Start and Select for Options and Share. It's like my issue. I really think the touchpad is cool at times, but it honestly like diminishes the experience of the PlayStation Portal just a little bit because it had to become a touchscreen, and to use the pad you have to like double tap on it, which is not a huge deal or anything, but it's just a little bit awkward. But the fact that the buttons are like smaller than like Tylenol gel caps makes them a little hard to press sometimes, especially if you have fat thumbs like I do.
I agree.
So it's definitely not perfect. They're better than the DualShock 4. But yeah, Start and Select. Like, look at this. This is just a regular like Xbox PC controller, but look what it also has: Start, Select, and then it has a share button right there.
Yep,
or
a
like
little
a capture.
easier. And you just know where they are.
Just makes a little bit more sense. But you know what? What do I know? You know? I'm just a guy out here. A guy that's itching to build this giant Marvel Lego sign.
Bet. Well, all right. That's all we really got for this evening. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next week.
I did. Thanks for joining, guys.
Peace. Bye.